Hello, friends. Welcome back to Speaking Friendly. It is so good to have you here with me today. If you are new here, my name is Nima, and this is the place where we make English easy, accessible, and yes, friendly. Today, we have a very special topic. It is something that sounds like magic. It sounds like a sci-fi movie. We are going to talk about how to learn English in your sleep. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, is that actually real? Can I really just close my eyes, go to bed, and wake up speaking like a native? Well, the answer is yes and no. It is not magic, but it is science. For the next 30 minutes, I want to take a deep journey with you. We aren't just going to look at tips and tricks. We are going to look at how your brain works, how memory works, and I am going to give you a step-by-step routine to maximize your English learning while you are resting. So, grab a cup of tea, or maybe a pillow, get comfortable, and let's dive into the fascinating world of sleep learning. First, we have to be honest with each other. We have to separate the myth from the reality. In the 1950s, people thought you could buy a record player, put it under your pillow, play a recording of advanced calculus or a new language, and wake up a genius. This was called hypnopedia. Unfortunately, research showed that if you hear brand new information, totally new words you have never heard before while you are in deep sleep, your brain usually ignores it. Your brain is trying to protect your sleep. However, modern neuroscience has found something amazing. While you cannot learn brand new complex grammar from scratch while snoring, your brain is incredibly active in consolidating memories. Think of your brain like a librarian. During the day, you represent a busy library with books being thrown everywhere. That is you studying, listening, and reading. But when you sleep, that is when the librarian comes out. The librarian picks up the books, organizes them, and puts them on the permanent shelves. So, learning in your sleep isn't about discovery. It is about reinforcement. When you listen to English in a specific state of sleep, you are telling that librarian, hey, this information is important. Don't throw it away. Put it on the shelf. In this video, I am going to show you how to hack that process. We are going to talk about priming and subconscious reinforcement. This is the secret to moving English from your head to your heart, so it becomes natural. So, how do we actually do this? You can't just put headphones on and hope for the best. You need a strategy. I call this the sandwich technique. To make sleep learning work, you need 3 layers. Layer 1 is the pre-sleep study. Layer 2 is the sleep listening. And layer 3 is the morning review. Let's talk about layer 1. Your brain needs a hook. Imagine you want to learn 10 new vocabulary words about, let's say, travel. You cannot just hear them for the first time while sleeping. You must study them actively for 10 or 15 minutes right before you go to bed. Why right before bed? Because of a concept called sleep-dependent memory processing. The last thing you think about before you drift off is prioritized by your brain. So, if you study English, then brush your teeth, and go straight to bed, your brain says, this is the priority. Layer 2 is the audio itself. We will talk about what audio to use in a moment, but the key here is volume and comfort. If the audio is too loud, it keeps you in stage 1 sleep, which is light sleep. You need deep sleep. So the volume should be barely audible, just a whisper. Layer 3 is the morning review. When you wake up, your brain is in a very sensitive state called the hypnopompic state. This is the bridge between dreams and reality. If you review those same 10 words immediately upon waking, you lock them in. So, the sandwich technique: active study, passive sleep listening, active review. This combination is 10 times more powerful than just studying for an hour in the middle of the day. Now, let's get specific. What exactly should be playing in your ears? This is where most people fail. They put on a loud action movie or a fast news report. That is a mistake. For sleep learning, you need 3 types of content. First, repetitive vocabulary lists with music. You want audio that says the word in English, leaves a pause, and maybe says it in your native language, or gives a simple definition, and then repeats it. The rhythm is important. It should be slow. Apple. Pause. Apple. The rhythm acts like a lullaby. Second, guided stories or storytelling. This is my favorite method for intermediate learners. Find a podcast or a YouTube video that tells a slow, calm story in English. Not a scary story. A boring story is actually better. A story about a walk in the park or cooking a meal. Why? Because your brain picks up on the sentence structures. You aren't trying to learn words. You are trying to get the music of English, the intonation, the rhythm, into your subconscious. Third, positive affirmations. This is a psychological trick. Listen to tracks that say things like, I am a confident speaker. English flows naturally to me. I enjoy learning. It sounds silly, but a huge part of learning a language is confidence. If you program your brain while you sleep to believe you are a good speaker, you will wake up with less anxiety about speaking. Where do you find these? YouTube is full of them. Search for English sleep learning, English storytelling for sleep, or binaural beats with English vocabulary. A warning on binaural beats. Some people use theta wave music. This is music designed to put your brain in a learning state. This is great, but make sure it has the English voiceover on top of it. Just the music alone won't teach you grammar. We have the science, and we have the audio. Now let's talk about the setup. If you are uncomfortable, you won't learn. You'll just be tired. And a tired student is a bad student. Please, do not wear big, bulky headphones. You will turn over, hurt your neck, and wake up angry. I recommend sleep phones, which are headbands with flat speakers inside, or a pillow speaker, where you put it under your pillow so the sound vibrates through the pillow, or simply your phone speaker, placed on your nightstand on the lowest volume. Also, be careful with your playlist. Don't use autoplay on YouTube unless you have a clean playlist set up. You don't want a loud advertisement for car insurance screaming at you at 3 a.m. That will ruin your progress. Download the files or use an app like Spotify
or Audible, where you can set a sleep timer. The sleep timer is crucial. You do not need to listen for 8 hours. The most effective memory consolidation happens in the first 90 minutes of sleep and the last 90 minutes. Set a timer for 60 to 90 minutes. Let your brain rest in total silence for the middle of the night. Then, if you are dedicated, you can set an alarm to play audio for the last hour of sleep. But that is for the hardcore learners. Finally, consistency. You have to do this every night for at least 21 days. The brain is a muscle. It likes routine. If you do this once, nothing happens. If you do it for a month, you will find yourself saying words you didn't even remember studying. It will just pop into your head. Friends, we have covered a lot today. Let's take a deep breath and summarize. We talked about how sleep learning is about consolidation, not magic. We talked about the sandwich method: study, sleep, review. We discussed choosing slow, repetitive audio. And we talked about being comfortable with sleep headphones. I want you to try this tonight. Just try it. Pick 5 words, look at them now, write them down, put on a soft English audio track, go to sleep, and see how you feel in the morning. Language learning is a marathon, not a sprint. But think of sleep learning as putting the marathon on autopilot for a few miles. It helps you get further without using extra energy. Don't be discouraged if you don't feel like Shakespeare tomorrow morning. It takes time. But trust your brain. It is the most powerful computer in the world, and it is working for you even when you are dreaming. We are coming to the end of our time together. I really hope this deep dive was helpful for you. It is a fascinating topic, and I truly believe it can change the way you learn English. If you try this method tonight, please come back to this video tomorrow and leave a comment. Tell me what happened. Did you dream in English? Did you remember the words? I want to read your stories. Thank you so much for watching Speaking Friendly. We are a community, and I appreciate every single one of you spending your time with me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next lesson, and hit that like button if you enjoyed this video and learned something new. Have a wonderful sleep, sweet dreams, and keep learning. See you in the next video. Bye.